Hello, everyone. It's Tyler Bryden here, CEO and co-founder of Speak AI, joined by the wonderful Arya today. Arya, I'll let you do an intro before we jump into what's new in 2024 when we're looking at Speak.
Hello, everyone. My name is Arya. I'm the business development executive here at Speak AI, and really happy to be here with Tyler. Provide you with some updates regarding Speak, both what sort of like developments we had recently and product updates for you. So back to you, Tyler.
Yeah, and so I guess a little context. Arya's been here since what, June 2023?
Yes.
And now we're, as of today, we're 2024. Happy New Year's.
Yeah.
To everyone. I always think of there's a great Curb Your Enthusiasm with Larry David, and the lady says New Year to him, and it's 3 weeks into January, and he's got to stop this. I'm sorry I'm saying this too late, but Happy New Year to anyone who's watching this now. Or you've been here since June. Anything that you've seen change over this time, product wise, company wise, what's your favorite change or update that you've seen in the period?
Honestly, this whole time, I think like it feels like a long more time than just like 7 months or anything like that, because we went through a lot of like updates, a lot of changes, and it just keeps getting better and better. I think like my favorite update to this day would be like the chat interface for Magic Prompt, because
Yep.
we were talking about this to our clients for such a long time, and everyone was just anticipating it, and then especially me. And also, I don't want to make a teaser or anything like this year, but by the things that I heard about the new updates that are coming to Magic Prompt, it's going to even be more powerful than before. But yeah, basically, I think my choice would go to Magic Prompts.
Magic prompts. So magic prompts, yes, very exciting breakout year for that. Obviously, hype around AI. I don't know if we could describe it as a peak or where we are exactly in this trajectory, but 2023 was a pretty explosive year, and we were very happy to build the power of large language models into Speak. I'll give a quick shout out to anyone who's been following the company. One of the big releases of last year was also the Speak AI meeting assistant. Join Zoom calls, join Microsoft Teams, Google Meet, and WebEx. Never forget about WebEx. It would be in the call here today with us, but we're recording this right here on Zoom, and a great tool that we're super happy to add. So for anyone who's joining this or randomly stumbled upon this, what is Speak AI? I'll just give a quick context and background. We started in 2019, which is crazy. It feels like a completely different lifetime. And at the time, I was running a lot of Google ads. People was clicking on those Google ads, making phone calls, and there's many layers of inspiration, but this was just one of them. We were like, what's going on in these calls? And we just never knew. And so transcription became a necessity. Once you start having transcriptions, then you realize just how much data that is. You get overwhelmed pretty quickly. And so you need to have some techniques for analyzing that data. At the time, it was very premature, the technology. So we would use sentiment analysis and named entity recognition and all these technological techniques to extract insights from the data, and you pair them together and try to interpret and get insights. And obviously, we've had an explosion with these large language models where instead of just doing that visualization and extraction technique, all of a sudden you can just ask questions. And so that's been a big evolution in the technology. And that has benefited Speak because we had a great infrastructure to adapt that technology into the platform and move forward. So super exciting time. We say effortless qualitative research for the best teams in the world. We're super proud of some of the companies that we work with, both larger companies and then also small and medium-sized businesses, and even solo entrepreneurs and everything. I think a lot of people see the potential and the value within the platform. And the reason we say qualitative research or unstructured data is the name indicates at Speak AI, we love language here. And so if you have language, whether that's a meeting, whether that's survey data, that's Google review feedback, whatever it is, send us some language data and we'll enhance the value of it. Just a couple quick things we found during this process. Data sets, they're getting super large and now they're multimodal. So that's one of the reasons why Speak, I think, has been adopted so significantly, the combination of audio, video, and text within the system. And there's a lot of techniques specifically for research teams. And again, we're seeing adoption from all over the place. But for research teams, they want to go a little bit more advanced. They want to go deeper into the analysis that they're doing. And so we've got some great things that are already live and then some things coming up pretty soon here that we're excited to share. And a couple other just last points on this, and I'll let you jump in, Arya, in case there's anything else you want to add. But one of the things we've seen has been this black box of AI where you ask a question, you get an answer, but you don't really know how it arrived at that answer. So we have been trying to deliver on the transparency of how it arrived at that answer. And within Speak, you can see that when you ask a question, you can actually expand and see the references of information of how it arrived there. Anything you want to add from you've been talking to a lot of teams, working pretty closely, anything that you're seeing as struggles or even just things that Speak is doing well that's helping teams or anyone watching this?
Tyler, as I talk to research teams and basically a lot of different, even individuals, right? Even like the ones who are doing academic research by themselves, I talk to a lot of them. And one thing that is very frustrating for them would be like having all of their data organized, or like the project management aspect of it. And it's really important when you're trying to do a research to keep organized and not just have your files all over the place, and then you have your quantitative data here and then you have a bunch of focus groups on your Google Drive or something like that. But one feedback that I heard a lot of times from researchers is that with Speak, they are looking at an all-in-one solution for their qualitative research, or for their research in general, because they can capture, they can analyze, and then they can make a report, right? And then if for some reason in future they want to get a reference or anything like that, the folder management and the project management aspect of Speak, they can easily just have a quick review or even use the magic prompt and just ask just to give them a quick summary of what was this project about, or the other abilities that we have for the magic prompt. So one of the biggest feedbacks that I'm hearing that like Speak is solving for a lot of market researchers and a lot of academic researchers is that like being an all-in-one solution and the project management side of it.
Beautiful. Yeah. And if you have no idea even what we're talking about yet, because you're not a user of Speak, then we've got lots of help documentation, video tutorials and that. Or if you ever want a wonderful demo and walkthrough, we've got Aria here for you. We'll include some details in there. And just wanted to highlight some of the customers, some of the teams that we've been able to work with through this journey. And through working with them, we've learned a lot, both the opportunities, the limitations, the challenges, and have been able to continue to improve Speak at a very rapid rate. And I think that is just continuing to compound this year. And we'll talk about some of these things that are new and then what's coming. And I think if you can see that, it's a very nice trajectory of both democratizing the ease of analysis, but also giving you some advanced capabilities that no other system has at this time. There are challenges, but there are also wonderful opportunities if you do figure this out. Just a couple quotes from some customers here: 92% faster time to insight, 89% user research cost reduction. Love to see it. Helps me slash 40% of work time. And if you want to check out more, we've got a nice set of G2 reviews here that continues to grow. And very happy to see some happy people using Speak. So let's jump into these changes without further ado. We'll talk about one of the biggest ones is Speak is now 50% cheaper. This is fantastic. We spent a lot of last year trying to optimize our infrastructure to make two core channels within Speak and two of our offerings more cost efficient from our infrastructure side so that we could pass down those savings to you. So 50% basically across the board for both transcription and for magic prompts. Previously $3 USD per hour, now down to only $1.50 per hour. Same thing, 50% reduction on the magic prompts. And if you're unaware that you have the capability to be subscribed to Speak, and there's some great discounts that also go along with that subscription, with that commitment to the platform. And there's even discounts that extend over longer periods, 6 months, 12 months. But if you're unable to make that commitment, have a different use case or more limited use case, you can use pay as you go on Speak. And so that was also a 50% reduction on there, from $12 USD per hour to only $6, and then $8 down to $4. And that's on the pricing on magic prompts. Ari and I have worked very hard to try to articulate this over the year, but the idea of how many characters of data are you analyzing? And that's the question that you ask, the amount of data that you pass to the system, and then also the response. So that sort of all combines to spit out a number of characters. And then that's how we track and charge for that. Are there anything you else want to add on, I guess, this pretty significant cost reduction for end customers?
Yeah, I honestly, again, like the feedbacks that I'm hearing from the customers, the ones that I'm talking to since we announced this price drop, it made like Speak a lot more, affordable, especially for academic researchers who are not like funded by their universities. So it's actually an amazing option for them. And also we are introducing a new starter plan. So previously our starter plan was a little bit different, was like way more expensive than what it is right now. However, now we introduce a new starter plan. It starts at $29 per month, or if you subscribe annually, it's only $23 per month. And what it comes with it, it's 10 hours of transcription of your video or audio, or even like your meetings, as well as 500,000 Magic Prompt characters that you can use in order to analyze or get a summary, create a report using our Magic Prompts. And also you receive all core functionalities with your subscription. Do you want to add anything to this, Tyler?
I think just you touched on the academic research use case. I think the other reason why we focus so hard on this cost reduction and optimization on our side, first of all, we use our own meeting assistant in every meeting. So all of a sudden our meetings start costing less. And then obviously that's passed down to the end user. And I think what we're seeing here for you or for anyone who's watching this considering the platform is most likely, depending on the team size, you probably got a lot of meetings going on. That's the world we live in, this virtual world. So the less cost prohibitive we can make getting those meetings into the system, obviously that's great for you. And then where Speak starts to shine from a value perspective is the more data that you get into the system. And then all of a sudden, the magic prompts, the Explore insights, a lot of these core other functionalities start to provide more value. And that's only going to continue over the next year. So we're excited to see pretty good sized teams using the meeting assistant and also get some great feedback on the function of that, how to manage it, and even seeing people come from other systems who have been trying to figure this out and seeing a lot of benefits within Speak, whether it is the sort of user management and team admin, all the way down to really customizing the prompts to get more specific meeting summaries or whatever you're trying to do within the system. And that's only going to continue to improve. We promise that. And again, excited to share those details here. I think along with that, a great addition to that optimization, there was a lot of benefits that came out of it. So if you're uploading, I think when we first started, if you had an hour meeting, it would take an hour to get that meeting back. And I think now we're down to, in some cases, about 30 seconds, which is pretty phenomenal. And then obviously you can get the transcription quicker, you can get the summary quicker. So speed in the day that we live and is always much appreciated. And we're very happy to be able to make that happen. We'll add that within Speak, we have integrated and work with multiple models for speech recognition. Even depending on, you want to reach out, you have a conversation with us and say, hey, here's the type of media that I'm doing, there's the languages that I'm doing, the file types. We may be able to optimize this pricing even more and even improve some of these results from the transcription. So at another core couple levels, I'll add these points, but accuracy up 22%. So obviously in automated transcription, the goal to hit human level accuracy is a big drive, and we're getting closer and closer to that. There's still going to be challenges and industry specific names and things like that could create some inconsistencies or inaccuracies, but overall the accuracy continues to climb, and very excited for you to see more accurate meetings, more accurate transcriptions, more accurate speaker identification. Along with that, just a couple pieces there. Noise reduction. One of the biggest challenges in speech recognition is noisy environments that you record in or low audio quality. So the system has actually been able to integrate noise reduction and try to clean up that audio and video to make the accuracy even higher. We've already talked about the cost effectiveness. The last piece here is this idea of smart formatting. So we had a really good example that probably should have put it in the slide. It's not here though. And it basically shows if you take a raw transformation from the transcript, which makes sense, but you say, hey, the third on Fifth Street, the formatting could be a little awkward or not as exact or not as consistent. And with smart formatting, it will adjust it to be very clean and clear for readability, formatting, and whatever you want to do next with the data. Anything you want to add here, Arya, on the transcription side?
Not really. I think everything you said is very self-explanatory. And also, again, like all I'm hearing is positive feedback about the recent changes that we made to like a transcription. And I can see it as a huge improvement. One thing I noticed personally was like that smart formatting, because before it used to make the text a little bit like not looking good and also not easy to read. But like now when I'm like reviewing even our own meetings, I can see that like with the smart formatting, it's much better and it's a huge improvement compared to before.
And we love to hear it. And I think just on that, again, on that note that you touched on, I talked about, we do use our own system every single day. We're here along with you, loving the things that are working well, and then also identifying the things that are not and working very aggressively to solve those gaps. And then with more growth and working with more people, it's been an amazing opportunity to find these interesting edge cases that are also opportunities to create value. And one of the examples from last year was a lot of the teams that we were working with were doing interviews or focus groups, and so they would have a moderator in all those calls. And what we allowed you to do was do a little speaker filter, remove the moderator, so you could just analyze the actual people who were being interviewed. So just small things like that are actually huge opportunities within the system to do better analysis and get better results. And so excited to keep diving with you. And I think we always encourage people, send us a message, even if it's an idea. We love to hear from you. We love the feedback. We take it in stride. We care a lot about this product. And so if you send something our way, we're looking at it and we're trying to figure it out. So always encourage that. Special offers. I think I just wanted to highlight this. We released it a little bit part last year, and we had a bad workflow to enable this, but we've actually been able to formalize this process here now. So if you're an academic researcher, an education institute, a nonprofit, a charity, or even a startup, we do have the opportunity to provide some discounts to you if you are subscribing. We really enjoy working with teams or even individuals who fit these sort of categories. And I come from a pretty long background of working closely with nonprofits. And so there's definitely a special spot in my heart there. So you can, if you're signed up and you actually onboard and you put those details in, most likely you're going to get a message from Ari and I anyways, offering that coupon code. But feel encouraged, if you're watching this now and you didn't get that message, send us a note and we'll make sure you get what you need and can move forward. Anything to add here?
No, again, I think like with the new system that we just implemented, it's much easier and just we can swiftly send the new coupon codes to people. Just like, again, as Tyler said, if you haven't still received your coupon code and you're eligible for one, just like message one of us or you can send us an email and we'll send it your way.
For anyone who's watching this, we're actually planning to do these sort of live and be able to introduce people. Still a couple things to figure out technically to do that. That's why we're recording and sharing this after for you, but we hope we can actually invite you to some live events here at some point. But let's jump into what we all love to see. We all love new things, new features, new functionalities, new capabilities. And I think for us, last year, like 125,000 of you wonderful people signed up and used the platform. And with that, we made some of you very happy. Some of you we didn't make as happy. And we learned a lot from last year with just how much people were trying to push this technology to the edge, the problems that people were facing in their workflows. And it gave us a beautiful roadmap to improve Speak in a significant way this year. And we're full steam ahead on that process already. You'll be seeing changes within Speak week by week, even if there's small incremental improvements or major overhauls. And excited to share some things with you. Ari, I'll let you jump on. If there's anything specifically you want to highlight what's coming over the next little bit, we'll also share some more details as these updates become more formal. Some of these things are already in develop environments and pretty far along. I'd love to tease you a little bit more even today, but we'll stick with the bullet point list for now and just discuss some of these upcoming changes.
Yeah, thanks, Tyler. I think like my favorite one on this list, as I just mentioned previously, would be like Chat with Speak. So like that chat interface, the ability to talk back to the magic prompts that you're doing. And basically, for example, if you're asking the magic prompt to identify the top action items from your meetings, and then you have a follow-up question, now with this ability, you can basically ask follow-up questions and it will feel very natural as you're just chatting back and forth, basically with your language data, as we would like to call it. And the other thing that I really want to see it go live on this list would be like the automatic summarization of data. That's very requested a lot by a lot of our customers and of our users. And the reason is that once they have a meeting, sometimes they just want to have the summarization ready in their email. So like we are working on that process, as well as sometimes you upload a text and it makes it a lot easier to get that summarization just ready once you go into the insights page and you can just see the quick summary over there. But for me, my two favorite ones from this list that I know for sure is coming up pretty much soon. I don't know when exactly, but what I heard from the development team is coming on the way. But these are the two favorites for me.
Yeah, beautiful. Everyone, especially after last year, the chat was a pretty huge demand, and we've both seen some really exciting pieces to that, and then also the opportunity. So if you've been using Magic Prompts previously, a relatively static experience, and you can now start to see that you can say, hey, summarize domain discussion points, get that response, and then if you want to then go deeper into that specific response, for example, we got something interesting about low power infrastructure. This is a sample demo. I'm like, I don't even know what that means, but let me learn more. And then it summarized those points for me. So we are starting to already see the technology in the chat interface. This is live here today, but there's even more management that we're going to do from the back end to improve this experience. And then just to touch on that one interesting piece here, you can see the references are there with how that data was pulled. Again, I think we're all excited about chat, and last year was this explosion of it. Chatbots, AI have been around for a long time. There's just been such an exponential leap in the way that it can communicate. And so what we also learned was that in specific kinds of flows or works, like this theme identify and classification, we were working with a lot of research teams. And so they would want to know, hey, what are the top themes across this data? And it gets a little complex a little too quickly, but basically with the character size or the size of data sets that these research teams were trying to do, these models or these large language models still have these capacity limits. And so you'd have to prioritize and take little chunks of data, pass that into the engine, and then get your response. And what we were finding was that some of the information was pulled out or abstracted away or prioritized, and you were relying on these machines to prioritize them. And so there was a little bit of a limitation for some of these research teams to be able to turn this qualitative information into quantitative information with the entire set of data. And so that's where this concept of theme identification and classification comes in. And we saw a lot of that across audio and video, but we also saw, one of the reasons people love Speak is that you can process text data as well. And so now with survey data, people want to classify it into a specific theme or topic. And so we'll be sharing more details on this soon, but a very powerful mechanism in Speak to quantify your language data in an even more valuable way. I wish I could, tease some more things. Okay, we are giving you a hot off the press look at this idea of custom fields. And basically, if you are in Speak, you can, whether you're uploading like a CSV of survey data, you're going to have a bunch of fields, maybe demographic information or location or how much that customer is worth to you. And before you would just have to pass this into tags. Now what we can see is you can actually create your own custom field. So when you go to upload a CSV, it's very simple to match those fields or incorporate that data. And you can even see there's a data type involved with it. If it's a currency, if it's a percent, if it's a location, you're able to choose that. And that's going to open up a bunch of analysis capabilities within the platform. This will be both on survey data and any text information that you have, but also can open up a lot of great things, whether you're doing the meeting assistant or focus groups or interviews, and really allow you to do more granular analysis. I'm a data nerd, I'm a junkie, so I'm very excited about this specifically. You're seeing it about hot off the press as we can. That's a Figma design from the wonderful Saloni here. Aria, anything you want to add about custom fields? I know it's a little abstract to some people, but I think it's a big jump into the system. And if we look at the landscape of technology platforms out there, this is a differentiating functionality that allows you to do some pretty advanced things. Any other thoughts on custom fields?
About the custom fields, like we have been getting the requests for it since I joined, I think.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time overdue, but I think the amazing work that our team is doing to make sure that both the design and also in case of the development is as smooth as possible. It's just very hard for me, first of all. And then second, it's just I feel this will solve a lot of issues for a lot of our customers, especially the ones that who are like trying to basically analyze their form or survey data, or like they have a large amount of text data that they want to categorize. And this will open a whole new doors for them. And also I haven't seen anything similar to this in any other platforms. And I'm excited to actually be able to share more updates about this to our customers.
Beautiful. Yes. And we'll just close out on this, what's coming. This is a lot already, and we continue to get more requests. And then sometimes there's just technological advancements that you can't even predict. Some of these things might change or they might shift, but all of these things are pretty clear and in our roadmap, and very excited. With those custom fields, all of a sudden we can do even more advanced filters. One of the biggest capabilities we get asked to do is, can you help us compare and contrast data? Just as one example, maybe you have a first call with a client and then you have a second call. What are the similarities and difference? What's changed during that time? Making that compare and contrast functionality more solid, more strong, more valuable is a big priority this year. And then I'll just touch on two last points. Live transcription. I can't even think of how long we've been asked for this, and we've always had this capability on the back end, and we've even worked to implement this, but really trying to bring this to the forefront within the self-serve platform that you are seeing today as a user or customer of Speak. So excited about live transcription and hope to even embed that more specifically into the meeting assistant flow, where you've got a dedicated page beside you during a call, and you can see that transcription. You can ask questions to that transcription and analyze in real time as you're having the call, with a bunch of other great things that opens up. Last piece, automatic translation. Again, work with a lot of research teams, but just in general, multi-language conversation, global reach across the world with a lot of our customer base. And so they're talking in Spanish in one call and they're talking in English in another. And so they need this sort of translation functionality. So that's a big request that continues. And I'm going to make that native and embedded directly into the platform once you get that transcription. Whew, big 2024. The team's going to be busy. We're all working hard here every week. I see so much excitement and energy. And then a lot of that excitement carries through. And then finally at Friday at 5 p.m. when we're closing that door, I say, hey, everyone needs a rest right now. Very excited for what's coming in 2024. I think overall, we've got a clear vision on what this product, people want it faster, they want it smarter, and really they want it more frictionless. So we're very happy to also be bringing in this wonderful designer here, increasing sort of the beauty of the platform every day and making enhancements. I got one other little tease for you here. Now, this is very rough. This is about as hot off the press, but what you can see is there is a minimization of that beloved green that we've had so long in Speak, that highlighter color that was burning people's eyes, including our own developers who said, I can't look at this anymore. And so we slowly started to make those changes, make it more responsive, and you're going to see that roll out over the next few, I'm going to say weeks. So very excited about that. Now, actually, Ari, I'll let you go through this slide. I'll just highlight quickly a nice team get together that we had to kick off the year. It was wonderful. And when I look at this picture, I see a great team, a small but a very capable team who's focused and moving forward quickly. I also see a furry dog. And I also see that I'm the only one with bare feet. A good picture and a great day. Aria, anything that you want to touch on about getting together? And then maybe just for anyone who is looking to get more in contact with us here.
Yes, sure. First of all, I want to say again, thank you so much, Tyler, for that get together. It was very awesome seeing everyone in person, since we are like a remote first company. I feel this kind of getting together and having those brainstorming sessions and everything that we did, it was both like fun, and there was like a learning opportunity for me, as well as I get to know about my colleague a little bit better compared to the online setup. But again, thank you so much, Tyler, for that. Let's talk about the personalized demo for a second. But before that, I just want to mention something really interesting that happened today. So today we received an email that the email was just like, what does Speak do? That was the whole email, right? So I was actually thinking about how should I respond, and there are a lot of amazing and interesting things that Speak do. But if you're trying to find out what we can do for you, or you just want to have a conversation with a friendly face or a friendly person, I'm talking about you, Tyler, not myself. But
Yeah,
yeah. Or if you just want to hear more about what offers and special deals we'll have for you, you can just simply book a meeting, and I will be more than happy to have a conversation with you. And maybe if you're interested, just show you some more features that are aligned with what you're trying to achieve with Speak.
Yeah, and two points there. Aria walked away from this day a wealthier man with a phone and a second screen. So his productivity has just skyrocketed this week.
Absolutely.
He's here, and he'll be even quicker getting back to you. And just on that point, a couple nice updates to the site throughout this week. And I think throughout the years, we've gone from this technology being very abstract. And I remember talking about it and people's eyes glossing over, and I was trying to articulate it. And I still even held on to into some of that. And now with this sort of headline, top rated AI meeting assistant with incredible ChatGPT and qualitative data analysis capabilities. It's a little long. I'm still working on it, but it's matter of fact, clear. And then you can see the integrations with some of the most popular platforms. Crazy to see the number of people using it. And then obviously love to highlight some reviews from customers and users of the platform. So one of the other pieces, this is a screenshot. We did enhance the pricing and sort of subscription builder page. A lot of feedback, people confused about pricing. We're confused sometimes, and that has now been improved. And if you have any more feedback on this, let us know. We're always trying to make this clearer. And we know that sometimes you don't exactly know how many hours of audio and video you're going to be analyzing or how many questions you're asking or all those things. We're here to help guide as much as possible. And then we've also made the commitment to trying to lock in that lowest rate possible so you can continue to use Speak in a non-cost prohibitive way, build up that repository of information and get even more valuable insights out of it. And then last, we were super excited last year to see 2,000 affiliates join the affiliate partner program. They're earning 25% commission on every transaction. We're paying some people hundreds, if not thousands of dollars each month. Simple link on their site or whatever. And every month I have a smile on my face. I get to transfer them some money. So if you're interested in promoting Speak, super easy to sign up for this. We have this link and we'll share this after, but would love to have you as an affiliate partner on the platform there. And excited to be able to send you some money if people are liking what you say. So I think that is it from our formal slide deck. I'll stop sharing the screen. Anything else that you want to go through here, Arya, before we close the session out?
I think I've talked enough for today, but I'm actually very excited for what's coming for us and for the industry in 2024, right? As we have, planned pretty well for this year on all sides and with the new updates and especially with the things that you just like teased, and people are gonna see the works that are like behind it, and also they're gonna see what difference is gonna make for them. All I can say is that I'm just excited about the possibility and what comes in future for us. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in this week, and hopefully other weeks we can go live and you can just participate with some Q&A as well.
Beautiful. Yes, I think Arya wrapped that up very nicely. We're going to continue to work hard, be focused here and push these updates and improvements quickly. And as always, do our best to be great sort of customer support and work closely with you. Obviously, there's a technology interface here that is valuable, but at the end, we're all people working together to solve problems. And so we love working with you. I think we did a little visualization. Over 150 countries, 13,000 cities have signed up and used Speak. And it's been an absolute joy to connect with people all over the world. And we hope to do some more. So thank you so much for checking this out. We'll be sharing some more of these soon. And we're always here and happy to help if you need anything. Have a wonderful rest of your day.